Welcome to our guide on mastering the 50-30-20th rule using direct deposit and modern digital banking tools. First, we will set the stage by replacing old-school cash envelopes and piggy banks with smarter, automated flows. Then, we will walk through simple, effective methods that help you separate needs, wants, and savings before the cash even hits your hands. Finally, we will show you practical steps, examples, and a couple of quick quizzes to lock it in. Let's begin. Here's our agenda. We will start with why direct deposit is more efficient than physical cash management. Next, we'll cover the 50-30-20th rule basics. After that, we'll dive into automated allocation using payroll, digital banking buckets, and a spreadsheet strategy. Then, we'll discuss when to adjust the percentages based on your goals, followed by a practical checklist and knowledge checks. Let's move into why switching matters. Direct deposit and automation remove friction and decision fatigue. Rather than manually moving money or stashing cash, the flow is predetermined and automatic. This makes consistent saving easier and more reliable. Additionally, digital tools reduce the risk of errors, missed transfers, and fees from maintaining multiple accounts. Now that we have the motivation, let's revisit the 50-30-20th rule itself. The 50-30-20th rule divides your take-home pay into three categories. First, 50% for needs, essential bills and obligations required to live and work. Second, 30% for wants, discretionary spending that enhances your lifestyle. Third, 20% for savings and debt, building your emergency fund, investing for the future, and paying down debt faster. With this foundation set, we can now automate these buckets with direct deposit. Most employers allow multiple direct deposit destinations. If possible, set a percentage or fixed amount to route directly into a high-yield savings account or retirement account. This keeps savings out of checking, reducing the chance of accidental spending. Your checking account will handle needs and wants, while your savings or investment vehicles receive their share automatically on payday. Next, if you prefer one bank, banking buckets can simulate multiple sub-accounts without separate accounts or fees. Many online banks offer internal sub-accounts called vaults or buckets. You can label each bucket by purpose and set automated transfers that trigger on payday. This provides envelope-like clarity without opening separate accounts or worrying about minimum balances. It's a clean, low-friction structure inside a single institution. If you want even more flexibility without moving funds at all, the spreadsheet approach is next. With the spreadsheet strategy, you keep funds in a single account but assign each dollar to a category virtually. On payday, update your sheet to reflect the current balances for needs, wants, and savings. As you spend, log each transaction and deduct it from the appropriate category. This keeps flexibility high and reduces the overhead of frequent transfers. Now let's talk about when to customize the percentages. Treat 50-30-20ths as a starting template. If you lack an emergency fund, allocate more than 20% to savings until you reach your target. If you carry high-interest debt, divert some or all of the wants category toward extra payments. Once your foundation is stable, you can return to the standard percentages to maintain long-term balance. Next, let's turn this into an actionable setup plan. Here is your setup checklist. First, choose the method that best fits your habits and banking setup. Next, calculate your category amounts. If your employer supports it, set payroll splits by percent or fixed dollars. If you prefer buckets, create labeled vaults and schedule automatic transfers on payday. If you like flexibility, build a simple spreadsheet with 3 running balances. Prioritize the emergency fund and high-interest debt. Add guardrails like alerts or spending limits. Review monthly and adjust as your goals change. And revisit allocations during open enrollment or when your pay changes. Simplicity and consistency will drive results. Now, let's compare the methods side by side. This table compares 3 methods. Automated split works best when you want savings routed away from checking immediately. It is powerful but depends on payroll's ability to split deposits. Buckets or vaults give you clarity inside a single bank with fewer accounts and generally fewer fees, though rules vary by institution. The spreadsheet strategy is the most flexible, keeping all funds in one place with virtual categories, but it requires consistent tracking and self-discipline. With that context, test your understanding with a quick quiz. Quiz time. Which method most effectively keeps savings out of your spending account by default? Option A, Spreadsheet strategy. Option B, automated payroll split to a high-yield savings account or retirement account. Option C, single bank with buckets only. Option D, manual transfers after payday. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B, automated payroll split to a high-yield savings account or retirement account. By directing funds before they reach checking, you reduce the chance of spending them. Now let's check how to adjust percentages when goals change. Second quiz. If you lack an emergency fund, what is the best short-term adjustment? Option A, keep 50-30-20 fixed. Option B, increase wants. Option C, temporarily boost savings above 20%. Option D, move money from needs to wants. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is C, temporarily boost savings above 20%. Build the safety net first, even if that means reducing discretionary spending temporarily. Next, let's summarize the key takeaways and give you a quick markdown cheat sheet you can copy. Here is a markdown quick start you can copy into your Notes app or budget document. It includes targets for the 50-30-20 rule, a preferred money flow outlining automated splits, and a simple payday checklist to verify deposits, confirm rules, update your spreadsheet, and schedule any necessary payments. Now let's wrap up the big ideas. To conclude, automation makes consistent saving the default. If payroll splits are available, use them to route funds directly to savings or retirement. If not, set up bank buckets or track with a spreadsheet. Adjust the rule to your goals, prioritizing an emergency fund and high-interest debt reduction. Keep the system simple and review it monthly to stay aligned with your priorities. Before we close, a brief disclaimer. Disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, tax, or legal advice. Your circumstances are unique, and you should consult a qualified professional for guidance tailored to your situation. Features vary across banks and employers, so verify current options and terms directly with your providers. Now let's close with a quick thank you and a call to action. Thank you for watching. If you found this useful, please like the video, share it with someone who could benefit, and subscribe for more. In the comments, tell us how you are setting up your 50-30-20 system and what adjustments you are making to hit your goals. See you next time.